What's going on, guys? Steve Pulaski, and thank you for joining me once again for another episode of Steve Pulaski Tries It, a show dedicated to the analysis and appreciation of the products we know, love, and consume. So here we go. Today we have another weird one, and apparently this isn't new. I looked it up. This is not a new product, okay? And it actually came out in the middle of 2012, I believe. But I have never seen it. I didn't see it until yesterday. I went to I believe it was a Speedway. I went to a Speedway, and that's the best place to find like all the new weird drinks. I just realized too they're coming out with a Coca-Cola Life. It's like a new Coca-Cola drink that is sweetened with a different kind of natural sweetener. I don't know if it's coming to the U.S., but I was reading about it online, so I'm going to be looking out for that. I'll be checking all the gas stations, hoping they have it. But the gas stations are the best place to find like new or just obscure drinks you wouldn't see everywhere. So, and Monster, and what I was going to go into with this is the two common ones that always have new drinks are like Monster Arizona. They usually have things that you never tried before, never heard of. But anyway, I digress. I walked in there and I was looking at the Monster, and you know they have all the Java Monster, the Muscle Monsters, which are pretty good. I've had them. I was going to do a Tries It of them, but decided against it. But I actually found this one, and it's a very unique specimen, I believe. And if you want to check it out, here it is. It's called ÜberMonster Energy Brew. And there it is. It comes in a glass bottle, okay? And they actually have to put on the bottom, I don't know if you can see, they actually have to put on the bottom non-alcoholic, because I believe like this kind of font and this kind of like Uber and all that kind of stuff, it's taken from Germany, the German phrase of Uber, and whatchamacallit, that often is affiliated with beer, and it actually does look like this could pass for an alcoholic label, so they have to put non-alcoholic on it from what I was reading, because like I said, working in a liquor store, this does not look that far off from like Centuries or like a German or an England brew or something like that. So I mean, it definitely does look a little weird, and it says bioactivated on it too, so I don't know what we're dealing with here. As you can see, it's open. I had to pry the cap off, and now I'll get into what it says about the cap in a minute, but take a look at how big this cap is. This is a ginormous cap. I actually had to use a bottle opener to open it. Yeah, I think you could pry it off, but I'm awful with prying stuff off, so I just decided to open it with a bottle opener, and I know I'm frowned upon right now. I'll tell you why in a minute. But I mean, it took me forever to get this thing off. It took me like maybe a full minute to try and open this. As you can see, it's like dented on the side. But yeah, it's a very cool bottle cap though. But I mean, it's huge, and whatchamacallit, you need like a special bottle opener, I think. I actually think Monster manufactures a special kind of bottle openers you can use to open this. But like, I used it with a regular, pry off thing, and it was a pain, man, to try and get it open. I thought I'd show you the cap because it is huge. It's like, I think a little bit more than twice the size of a regular bottle cap. But I'm going to go ahead and read the back. I know you guys are like, try the damn thing. No, I want to read the back first, because I always like, they always have those things on the back, these like paragraph long things. I like to read them because I like to think, as a writer, if this is all I'm going to get in life, I want to give credit to the people that write these things and often get ignored. So here we go. I salute you guys. Now, it opens by saying Uber, from the German meaning superior, above the norm, or the ultimate. Then it goes into saying like a dictionary definition, ÜberMonster, just like it did before. The ultimate energy brew from Monster, produced using proprietary German brewing technology. We borrowed a German brewing process which uses a special microphone to ferment malted barley. The resulting bioactivated energy brew has a clean, crisp taste without the alcohol. That's why I just say non-alcoholic, because they're using stuff like malt and barley and Uber and all that stuff. No regular bottle could handle this evil energy brewski, so we designed our own with the biggest chugger-friendly wide mouth we could make. The big-ass cap is a little hard to pry off, but it's sort of like if you can't open it, you shouldn't be able to drink it. Cheers, this energy brew is for you. See, you already see I'm very frowned upon because I could not get the damn thing open. Even with the bottle opener, I couldn't get it open. See, a Monster's really upset with me now. But I'm going to pour it into this glass. Let's try it out. And as you can see, it's resembling, I don't want to tip it because I'll spill it, but it's got a big wide mouth top. As said, it's very reminiscent of like something like a beer like Mickey's or whatever that prides itself off the wide mouth bottles. Getting a very unique color to it. Normal Monster is usually green. You want to take a look at this. This is like a maple brown amber thing. The lighting ain't perfect in here, I'm sorry. I mean, looking in it, you can't really tell because the green bottle kind of obscures it. But yeah, it's like a reddish amber color. I don't know what we're dealing with here, guys. I have no idea what we're dealing with. Let's try it out, though. Smell isn't much different than the regular Monster. It might be a little bit of hint of cherry in there. It's kind of regular Monster and a little bit of cherry. So that's what it's at least smelling like. Let's take a cheer. Let's take cheers right now. Keeping it classy in the small whiskey scotch glass. Let's try it out. First off, the taste is very good. Like, very good. I was trying to savor it. I mean, it's strong for one thing, and it tastes a lot like a Monster that has, like, maybe a little added sugar. I forgot to read the label, too. Like, it tastes like a Monster that has maybe a little bit more sweetened sugar in it, and maybe some, like I said, cherry kind of berry flavors in there to kind of combat that. But this is really good. Okay, this is like extreme. I like this a lot. On the back it says it's 100 calories, 25 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of sugar. Then it's got all your dosages of vitamin B2, B3, B6, and B12. 170 milligrams of sodium, 1,000 milligrams of taurine, 200 milligrams of Panax ginseng, and then 2,500 milligrams of the energy blend, which is like their secret ingredient. They don't tell you what it is. They never did. But I like this quite a bit. Like I said, it's a little bit tart, but it also has a lot of sugar in there to combat that kind of tartness that you do get with the drink. And like I said, it's a lot like a Monster that has been heavily sweetened and maybe thrown in with some cherry or thrown in with some like berry kind of like fruity flavors to it. I think it's really good. There is one downside to this, and one thing I'm going to start doing when Steve Pulaski tries it is not only giving a more clear indication of why I'm doing it like I did in the very beginning of the show, but also kind of give like a more complete analysis. The one thing about this is $5, okay? And I'm trying to find out how much is in here because I didn't look before. It's 500 milliliters, 16.9 fluid ounces. So I mean, yes, it comes in a big glass bottle, but $5 for this is quite a lot of money, okay? I mean, a normal Monster, I think, is like $2, because I think I bought two other Mad Dog Punch flavors, which I believe I reviewed on this show. Two Mad Dog Punch Monsters, which came out to be $4 because it was like a 2 for $4 deal at Speedway. But this alone is $5, which I think is pretty overpriced for something like this. So to look at this in a more complete picture, I will say that the taste itself warrants a 3.5 out of 4. It's a good flavor. Whether or not this gives as much energy as it claims to do, I don't know. I'll be feeling the effects probably pretty soon. I can't say for certain at this time. But what I can say, though, is the fact that this is $5 for this definitely docks this down a half a star to a 3 out of 4. It's good, but it's just screwed over by the fact that it has such a heavy price tag. I mean, you got to think of it this way. Paying $5 for a drink is pretty outlandish. I mean, even though it reminds me of those energy shots, those 5-hour energy. I drink a lot of 5-hour energy when, like on prom night, I drank a 5-hour energy, you know why. Whatchamacallit, on graduation, I drank a 5-hour energy. On when I go to work, I often do. I like drinking those things. The only problem is I'm going to start buying them in bulk because buying them at single is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? You're spending $3 on one when they come in a bulk package for like $1.60 a piece. So it's pretty ridiculous. But anyway, though, the price really does screw this over. $5 I don't believe is worth this. But I would say for the it does reek coolness if you look at the label and everything. I would say to get this. I mean, I would say for the flavor, though, it definitely is a good beverage. I just wish it wasn't so expensive. So thank you guys for watching. Sub if you haven't. Thank you guys for tuning in to Steve Pulaski Tries It. It's the summer, so I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. Hopefully going to find some companies that are going to do some nice summer-oriented drinks, and I'll let you guys know how they are, too. And I also got a couple I know I've been saying this for a while, I got a couple food things lined up, too, for you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Sub if you haven't. I'll talk to you later. Bye.